No macaroni salad. It's Comics and Shots, completely improvised semi-comedic music by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka a guy with a backyard that's way too big. Oof. Oh boy, such a yard. Today's subject, Dr. Eggman across comic book mediums. Man, the 90s were a trip. Let me tell you, oh man. You see, back then, Sonic at the peak of its game was getting adaptations left, right, and center. It was crazy. There was this French comic that ran for a small number of issues, at least 1 billion manga, and of course the Western comics, most popular in Archie comics and Fleetway books. Yeah. Anything else? Cartoons, of course. Is there anything else besides that? The OVA. I'm thinking of 90s stuff. Children's books, of course, yeah. But I'm not talking about Sonic. I'm talking about Dr. Eggman and how different he was from the video games in the beginning. In that they would actually try to give him an origin story. It's weird. It also changed his name to Dr. Robotnik for some reason. You know, they thought it was scary or whatever. I stick by the headcanon that his real name is Ivo Robotnik and Eggman's his nickname. I like that. It's borderline canon. I think it's definitely canon. Yeah, at least now it is. Yeah. Let's go to the first adaptation of Eggman. Had to be from one of the storybooks, or maybe the Sonic Bible for American Westernization, where it's Sonic was an accidental runaway from his home in Iowa or something, and he meets Julian Ovi Kimtobor, a kindly scientist who's trying to drain all the evil in the world and put him into 6 Chaos Emeralds. Sadly, though, something goes wrong, ending up with Sonic gaining changing to the color blue. Yeah, originally he was a normal gray-brown hedgehog color, and Julian Kimtobor metamorphosing after being struck by the raw evil energy of chaos, and by stepping on a rotten egg, he became Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Yeah, but that one is basically Dr. Octopus, if you think about it. Hits by radiation, goes crazy, yada yada yada. The Fleetway version kind of puts a neat twist on it, and basically having him be the epitome of pure evil. There is no rhyme or reason to him. He is simply evil. He's a force of nature, chaos, and that's interesting of itself. Then you have, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. He's just a guy. He's just a guy in that. He's just a guy who makes robots. Then you got Sonic Sadan. They never got to his origin in the show, and that sucks. Originally what was going to be stated was Julian Robotnik and Snively were from 200 years in the past or something, and they escaped a space station, then warped to the future of Earth, aka Mobius. Yeah, Mobius is a post-apocalyptic universe in a lot of the fiction, and they end up weaseling their way into the Kingdom of Acorns, happily-spabbly-doo, you know? Yeah. And the comic book versions are very similar to that. But they also take it a step further, as there's technically 2 main Eggmen in the main comics. One's the one that's a mix of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Eggman Robotnik and Saddam Robotnik. And the other is basically a version of Robotnik who uploaded his mind to a computer after it was destroyed by Sonic and the Freedom Fighters, lulls the Freedom Fighters into a false sense of security on his timeline. Then he nukes them from orbit, killing everything, and then just decides, hey, if I killed Sonic once, I could do it again, and sends his consciousness back in time into a new robot body. It's kind of horrifying, because this is the version of Robotnik that won, completely devoid of human emotions and everything, just pure technological savagery. And then they ended up getting rid of that later, and he just straight up turns into a human again. and he kind of became like more insane. Just yeah, the point where it's like you're not even sure like if he's knows what he's doing or not. A little more like the games, but a little more crazy. I like it. Yeah. Then Sonic X Robotnik, mad scientist, Saturday morning cartoon character, yada yada, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. I'm talking about the 90s, yeah. But back to the original 90s version, Eggman, once again, guy with egg machines who wants to fight animals and turn everybody into robots. That's all they gave, and it's like, there was nothing to the story at all. And yet, to this day, there's still weirdos who say, oh man, the story of the original video games was so much better. Why did they change to the cartoons? There was no story. There was none. It was Blue Hedge Boy fighting the Eggman, who's got the master plan. That's it. But with that, it's an utterly simple template that you could adapt into anything. It's like Batman or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Or I don't know, Totally Spies. No, not Totally Spies. It's either kids show or porn with Totally Spies. Not much variation. But yeah, Eggman and Sonic, there's a lot you can do with it, and I'm glad that there's going to be more adaptations in the future. And preferably, I hope for like some sort of like combo series that adapts from all the Sonic media. But you know, I'm fine for what we get right now. And Eggman will continue. Sometimes he's a silly guy, sometimes he's absolutely horrifying. But either way, he's the Robotnik, and he's got the Master Toothpick. Wait. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with the bear. And always remember, praise be to the Blood Elk, fear the Stabopotamus, and death to Kronos. I'm gonna have some more watermelon. Have a night, folks.